What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more punk rock, and we're going to listen to another tune by Naked Aggression. I've done a couple reactions to their work so far. I mentioned it before, as well as a reaction to Meet the Virus, which I mentioned at the time was sort of a later incarnation of some of the same people, including the lead singer Kirsten Patches. She was originally from Wisconsin. I think she started the band, or they started the band out in Wisconsin and then eventually moved out to California. I want to say like Northern California. But yeah, this is one of their albums. I want to say this is from the early 90s. Nevertheless, it's produced by Phil Sukamel, who is on the guitar and was Kirsten Patches' husband before he passed away, which is what led to the original Naked Aggression run coming to an end. But yeah, this is from an album called Bitter Youth. And we're going to listen to a tune called Leave Me Alone, the penultimate tune on the album. Shout out to Roland Orzabal from Tears for Fears for having a funny take on penultimate, which is basically like any time, you know, you've invented a word for a hyper-specific situation, well, when you get to that situation, you feel obligated to use the word. So, yeah, shout out to Tears for Fears. In fact, you know, it's funny, this song, Leave Me Alone, it's about rejecting with scorn and, if necessary, physical force the sexist misogyny and violence against women that is taken and accepted far too often in global society and certain societies, including American society in particular. So it's a staunch and powerful sort of pro-woman and pro-feminist statement, and it's a warning and a declaration to any would-be sexist and misogynist that, you know, if you put your hands on me, if you know, objectify me, if you try to assault me, if you think that this attitude and these actions toward women are okay, you've got another thing coming and you might actually lose your hand in the process. So the reason I mentioned Tears for Fears, you know, I recently reacted to, I'm doing a lot of Tears for Fears reactions, and I reacted to Woman in Chains. And it's basically a very similar message. You know, it's from the point of view of, you know, a man writing and singing the song, but he, you know, it's a person who's talking about, you know, what happens to women in the world, and, you know, it's informed by the fact that his mother was abused by his father. So, you know, within and outside the punk rock world, there are a lot of tunes that sort of get to the same space, and this is a very fiery articulation of that theme and sentiment, which makes it, you know, it's funny. I did a reaction to another punk rock group, Dogshite, from the UK, people who are also involved in the techno world, and there's a song they did called Sexual Exploitation, written by Carmel, also goes by the name Tittles in the techno world, and that song is very similar to this one as well. It's a bit more like cheeky in terms of the sonics, whereas this is really, again, sort of aggressive and very intense. But yeah, I've reacted to a few songs recently that sort of all get at this same idea. So without any further ado, let's get to it. This is Leave Me Alone from Naked Aggression's album Bitter Youth. And again, I'm going to look up the year actually really quick before we start, because I'm curious. I'm going to guess 91, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so let's see. 93, it's a little later. Their first cassette tape was released in 91, but it was self-released. It wasn't like actually on a label. This is their first album that was actually on a label, which is Broken Records. But yeah, here we go. Leave Me Alone from 1993 by Naked Aggression. yourself, like, I'm a human, don't objectify me, don't hyper-sexualize me, don't expose me to this bullshit.
I'm not your goddamn baby. I'm not your fucking whore. If you don't understand that, then talking to you won't work anymore. I'm gonna get a gun and kill everyone. I don't respect. I don't stand for that. If you don't understand, I'll blow you away. If you don't comprehend, I'll blow you away. If you don't respect me, I'll blow you away. I'm gonna buy a gun and I'll blow you away.
You can like feel the smoke come off of the microphone and the guitar and the bass and the drums. Yeah, that's just a fireball of a tune. I like the stridency of it. I like the message of it. I like the idea that, you know, there are women out there who are just tired of being talked to in this way, tired of like, you know, having guys like think it's okay to, you know, pat them in like their backside or just, you know, touch them in ways that, you know, was not appropriate, was not welcomed, was not invited, and so on, and then afterward to be like, oh, get over it, it's not a big deal, and by the way, you should smile more. Yeah, you know, it's like I've seen these things out in the world. I have seen men behave in ways that like just make me like cringe and just like, what are you doing? Like, how could you say that to someone, especially someone like you don't know? And you know, if you knew someone for a long time and you had this sort of joking rapport, okay, fine, but yeah, you know, the stuff I've heard and the stuff I've seen out in the world, it just drives home the relevance of this song and other songs like it to me and the importance of it. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you're a fan of Naked Aggression or the later incarnation after Phil Suchamel died, which is called Meet the Virus. As far as I know, they just put out one self-titled album, but that is fantastic too. I did react to one tune from that already. Check it out if you're interested. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if there's another tune on the record you'd like to hear a reaction to. And other than that, have a good day, have a good night. I'll see you next time.